Hi, beautiful people. It's me, Taiwo, again. How are you? Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, you're welcomed. And if this is your first time, I'm Taiwo, an advocate for mothers. I have the passion of helping mothers to live healthy lifestyles. So today, this topic has been on my mind that I would like to share. It's about we mothers, how we spend our time and prioritize our time. I spoke about some goal setting and branding, personal branding, and I spoke a bit about goal setting in one of my videos. If you scroll down, you'll see it. It's about personal branding and goal setting. So personally, I started to set goals, and I love setting my goals. When I set my goals, I prioritize the most important task and start on that task immediately. And then, I have A task, I have B tasks, tasks that are not too important. And then I have the C, it goes down like that. There's some tasks I try to delegate when I know that, it's delegatable. And some tasks I just eliminate. So I start my day with planning like that and following my plans exactly. I try to follow it as much as possible. But sometimes when we set these goals, there are some things that I've noticed. Like when I set my goal and I start on my most important task, I found this method, by the way, in a book, Eat Your Frog by Brian Tracy, and it's been really helpful. I started reading this book in a community where I am, or recommended, I would say, and then I started reading it. And then, like I was saying, whenever I start on my most important task, that most important task might not be the most favorable. Brian Tracy says it's your biggest and ugliest frog. So sometimes the tasks that are most important are not necessarily the most favorable. There are some tasks that are very important, but you don't really want to do them. But you know that not doing them can lead to consequences. But these tasks, you have to do them. So when I start with some of these kind of tasks, I know that they're very important, but I'm not really enjoying them. But I just have to do them quickly and follow it until I finish before I go on the next important task. I found that I start to hold my breath because it's not favorable to me and I want to do it quickly. I start to hold my breath. I forget to take a break. I forget to drink water. And then I become dehydrated and start to develop headache, and my productivity falls. When this happens, women, I need us to take note of it because it can lead to serious health issues. Remember to drink water. Remember to take a break. Prioritize your most important task. Do it, follow it through, but take breaks in between. Take deep breaths. So take deep breaths even now and then, whenever you remember that you feel like you're holding your breath, because it does deplete us from having enough oxygen in us. When your oxygen goes below 70%, it's really, really bad for the brain, and the brain will not function as normally and efficiently as it should. So you need oxygen in your brain. You need to take deep breaths whenever you remember. I've written a book on taking deep breaths. That book is on Amazon. I'll post it in the description. Yeah, we have the Kindle edition. So yeah, I'll post it on my description. So yeah, every now and then, remember to take deep breaths, because holding your breath can lead to a lot of health issues, even including cancer, because you are depriving of your own real cells from oxygen, and cancerous cells don't really require much oxygen, so they thrive when there's not enough oxygen in your body. So take deep breaths. Take breaks, and remember to drink lots of water so you don't get dehydrated. There's sometimes, I know we shuttle a lot of things. As moms, you want the house to be clean. They're not a priority. They're not the most important task, but you want to live in a clean environment. I want to live in a clean environment. If possible, you can get a cleaner to come into the house, because that's not your most important task. They are delegatable tasks. You can ask your children if they're old enough. My children are old enough. If your children are still young, you can let them clean the stools or do minor little jobs that will help them to start beginning to feel responsible. Yes, I'll talk on this as well, helping your children to learn how to contribute or participate in house chores and to help around the house. There are methods and ways around it. They want to force children because it will look like punishment to them. But yeah, they want them to develop the sense of responsibility to participate and to be helpful. It's good for their development and their learning. It helps them to develop into responsible and helpful and caring, compassionate adults. That's what we want in our children. So yeah, Delegate delegatable tasks, like if your children are a bit old enough to maybe hoover around, clean the stools, wash the plates. And if they're young, you can just maybe once a week or twice a week get somebody in, pay them, they clean around. I do the shop because my children are old enough to help me, so we just do it together. It's very rare. Sometimes, get somebody in. And find your own time to rest, relax, enjoy your evening, enjoy your personal time. Have your own time to rest, to think, to meditate on the word of God. So love yourself. Since we find out that we do a lot of things around the house, we're the ones that sew their clothes, we become tailor, we hoover, we iron, we do laundry, I have seen women do all this and then they still go to work. They iron, they're the teacher, they teach the children. That is an important thing as well. If you want your children to be top, in class, because if they are performing at a lower level than their mates, it starts to affect their esteem. They start to feel like they're not good enough. So you want them to be able to perform excellently in class. Get a teacher, get them to have lessons on Saturdays, on weekends, and during the week. Any little time you have available, just call them together, sit them down, study, you do a bit of work with them. It can be time consuming, but just time yourself, like 2 hours and maybe twice a week. I will spend it teaching my children. So things like that. We've just got to move on and develop, be great, and enjoy our lives and still enjoy our future. Plan towards the future, but still enjoy the moment. Thank you for listening. I'll be coming up again with different interesting and helpful topics and tips. Love you.